Okay, so now I figured. Why am I getting a bad connection? There we go. It should be a much better connection. No, it's still coming in. No, it's saying I got a good connection. The health of the stream is strong, it says. This is odd. So I apologize that it's doing this, guys. All right, but welcome back. Glad to have everybody here for another one. That's right. Back with Seth Rogen. I'm not Seth Rogen. Just look like him. Okay. But good. We're back here. Either way, we got it set up. Finally, the stream is going clean now. So what's everybody up to? Extreme. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Good to see you as always. I apologize about this connection issues here. This should not be. This is very odd for me to have these connection issues. I'm trying to use this Facebook one, and normally I use Camerify to go live with you guys, but I don't know. It just seems like you guys are having a lot easier time finding it this way. But I apologize. I really, really do. Looks like it's cleaning up now, though, a bit. I'm just getting everything set up here. All right, so where were we from last night? What were we talking about? I don't even remember. It should still be back online, is it not? It looks like everything's running correctly. I would hope you guys can still see it. All right, so everything's looking, looks like I got it all. All right, Gary, thanks for coming back, man. I do appreciate it. We had a great one, a great chat last night, and then right after that was over, Brad was running an after video party on his live, which was awesome. So we had everybody finished up with me, and then we went over there and hung out with him. That was a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, Zach, what's wrong, bud? Are you okay? Holy crap, man. You guys can't pull this stuff on me out of left field like that. Be sorry. Be aggressive. All right, that's looking good. Oh, ooh. What'd you do? Were you skateboarding? Huh? Did you fall down the stairs? Huh? 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 Shouldn't do that, man. You gotta be careful. You guys gotta be careful. Skateboarding. Yeah, that'll do it, man. That'll do it, buddy. Gotta be careful on that skateboard. Back to the Future, right? It looks so dark right there. What if I just cover that? Now let's turn this camera a little bit to get you guys out of the darkness. How's that? I think that's a lot better of an angle. Yeah, I think we'll work with that one. We'll keep an eye out over there for any strange oddities or anything like that. We don't usually get a whole lot out of that corner, but you never know. You never know. All right. Don't beat yourself up too much, man. Not too much now. Nobody likes going to the hospital. Nobody wants to be in the hospital. Now, where is my peach tea? Aha! Got some peach tea here. Strawberry peach. That's why it tasted weird. I thought it was just strawberry tea. Or, I mean, peach tea flavor. And it's not. It's strawberry peach. And, you know, the other day I had one. And I was like, why does this taste so weird? And that's why. I was really... You know when you're expecting something and you don't get what you're expecting or a flavor? You're like, okay, I know what that flavor should be. And you try something and it's not that flavor. And, oh, what are we missing? What did I miss? Why are you sorry, Schwartz? What's wrong, bud? He saw Golden Freddy behind the TV. Yeah. She's feeling a little better, Gary. Thank you for asking. She's at work right now. We're hoping they're gonna send her home. There we go. Got a nice bottle of strawberry peach tea. The limit for a broke width is 15 degrees off. Huh. All right, so we got our peach tea. I got everything locked and ready. Actually, I was going to try to do this for you guys tonight, since everyone's been kind of jumping on me about it. Not everyone, but a few people have been jumping on me about smoking. So I got my vape out. And I got it all charged up. And I'm going to try to, instead of smoking tonight, I'm going to try to vape tonight. So I can stick around longer and not get the cancer. So I can hang out with you guys. Hold on, that light is really pixelating the camera. So let's tone it down. Let's see if we can adjust the lighting. That's a little better, I think. What do you guys think? Is that a little better? Oh, really? With the connection again? You shot yourself? Where? Later, Zach. Why would you even go and say that? Oh, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. You're seeing Golden Freddy Bear and all that. All right. Well, we're just hanging out here. I know. So if you're joining and you think it was Seth Rogen, sorry, no. Seth Rogen. I'm not Seth Rogen. Or am I? You don't know. Who knows? Could be anybody. All right. Let's see. What if I want to clean up something. We're going to try this for a second. See if this helps out with the stream at all. Get some more people coming by to stop out. Well, I'm sorry too, bud. It wasn't you who you didn't let me down, man. If you really did that, that's on you. That's a shame, but you shouldn't ever, that should never be an issue. Terrible shame, man. Don't do stuff like that. It's no good. Oh, I hate when this computer acts a joke like this. I hate it. There we go. Let's see if this helps out. That should do something there. That should boost us up a little bit. Oh, get the hair out of my face. Ah, it touched me in the eyeball. I hate when it does that. Oh. All right. There we go. 80s style, that one. Okay, we got to figure out a topic. You guys are usually the ones who get the topics going. So yeah. So you guys got to be the one to help out with topics. We're just back for more chit-chat time with you guys and your boy Seth Rogen over here. Not really Seth Rogen. Not really. 3 views. All right, well, we got some people stopping by. Just want to take these glasses off for a minute. Oh, there we go. Probably be on some Call of Duty Ghosts later, so if you guys are familiar with my gamer tag, of course you'll be able to join and play with me later on. Gonna be here for a while tonight. Oh, glasses got to go on so I can read this thing. Dude. That's not cool, man. That's crazy, dude. I don't think it proved to anybody that you're not a wimp, but self-harm doesn't prove anything to anybody. It just proves that you hurt yourself, and that's not cool, man. That's not cool. It is good that you found some help, though, that someone was able to help you, because that's terrible, man. Terrible. I don't know. I just don't like the angle I'm getting on this lighting tonight. So hang tight. We may just slide a little bit to change stuff around just to get a better angle. So sit tight for a second, guys. It may get a little bumpy. There we go. Now, if we change it over to there, I like that a lot better. Push everything back. All right, cool. Now you got just headless me. Or just the head of me. There we go. All right, cool. I think this is better lighting. I could be wrong. What do you guys think? Is it looking good? Give me a thumbs up if it's looking good. It just took that glare away. I just don't like that glare over there. See, that wall is just too... It needs something there to absorb the light. So, hold on. Maybe we just need to rotate one more time. Another... We went, I think, what, 90 degrees? Let's just do a full 180. There we go. Okay, I think that's a lot better. I'm feeling like that's a lot better. Yeah. We're going to work it like that. Oh, crap. Let's just move this over to here then. Yeah. Ugh, guys, I didn't think this one out very good today. Lots of issues. Lots of issues. No, I think that might be a little better. That might be a little better. Doesn't give you guys much of a view. You're my first sub? All right. Cool. Thank you, sir. Always glad to have everybody who subs to the channel. Helps out. Gets everything going. And then you guys, hopefully you're enjoying... Well, okay, let's see. Now everything's backwards from what I'm used to, so I got to move it that way. Okay. All right. All right. Let's turn this right here to kill some of that lighting. There we go. I think that's a lot better. Yeah, I think we can work with that. We can work with that. Can we work with that? I think so. I'm sure you do, but that's just never good, man. It's just never good. Okay, that was that was a big hit on the vape. Big hit on the vape. Oh, crap. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, sweet, man. Cool. That's awesome. Let me see. Where did I get a notification about yours, James? I don't think I did. Nope, I didn't get a notification for that. That sucks, man. But hey, Sonic's a great game. Everybody loves playing some Sonic. I've got it on the Sega Genesis. I think I've got Sonic 1, 2. I don't know if I have 3. I think I have 3. And Sonic and Knuckles. So I think I've got the Sonic on Sega complete. That's cool, man. Charge away, good sir. Charge away. All right. We got a bunch of people hanging out. No, not a bunch. Got a nice crowd. That's how I like it. Now, I was hearing the other day that there was an accident in some code and Xbox Live and PlayStation 4 network were crossed over. And for a brief time, some people were able to play games together over those platforms. Yeah, that's pretty cool stuff, huh? What if I can just turn down the brightness on this? There, maybe that'll do it. Yeah, there we go. We can adjust the brightness. There we go. Turn it down. Not so bright now. I can still read you guys' your chats, and I'm not blinding out these glasses. I hate these glasses. The bud dryer. No, let me look at that right now. Bud dryer. There it is. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that. I saw that years ago. That, yeah, I remember that one. I saw that years ago. Hold on, the kitty wants in. But that's crazy stuff. Yeah, I saw that. And that stuff, it was all over Faces of Death and junk like that. Go in, kitty. Sorry, guys. Just had to walk out on the deck and get the cat. You gonna cry to come in, but then she won't come in. Don't you? I don't understand pets sometimes. Ugh. They're weird. There we go. Much better. Oh, that's tasting burnt. Might be time for a new coil. That fluid's a little old, too. So, yeah. Maybe I won't be vaping as much as I wanted to tonight. Maybe. Okay. Okay. Sonic. Oh, yeah, Gary. Get that fired up, buddy. Take a toke for me, man. You know what? I was going to try not to smoke a whole lot, but this vapor thing isn't going to cut it, I don't think. Let me turn the voltage up. Maybe that'll do it. That was my airflow. Maybe that's the issue. Because it's not hitting like nice and smooth. Oh, see, that was probably the problem right there. Thanks, man. Hey, thanks, man. Man, Gary, man. Thank you. Gary, man. Hitting the blunt for me, man. Ain't nothing wrong with a little green once in a while. Can I get a what? Yep. All right. We got 5 people hanging out. 5 big thumbs up. That's how we like it. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody's hitting that thumbs up button. I'm actually surprised, Gary. You smoke blunts. That's actually surprising. You did say you were a little older. I didn't expect that you would be a blunt man. I would expect you to be maybe more like a joint man or a doobie man or something along those lines. But I did not expect that you would be a big toker like that. But that's cool, man. That's cool. That's cool, man. That's cool, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Well, that doesn't seem very smart to me, Nemo. If you really shot yourself like that, man. And so shooting yourself, one, where did they get a gun just to hand you a gun? That seems a little unlikely there, player. But on the assumption that somebody handed you a gun, why in the world would you shoot yourself in the leg? What you knew that was gonna hurt. It doesn't make you look cool in any way, shape, or form. It just looks like you're an idiot with a hole in your leg. And I'm not saying it to be mean to you, man. I'm just trying to put it in perspective for you. And shooting yourself is never a smart thing to do. Why would you even do that? No sense made. 0 sense. And now you have poison ivy and a hole. So that proved a whole lot. You got an itchy leg and a holy leg. Crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah. Okay. But Nemo, I don't want to get hung up too much on that, man. It's a shame that you did that, and you shouldn't do that. Don't hurt yourself. That doesn't help anybody. If you hurt yourself, how are you gonna hang out with me more, right? You got a friend in me, man. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. When the road ahead, it looks treacherous or something like that, but you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed. Just remember what your old pal said, boy, yeah, you got a friend in me. There you go. So you got a friend in me. So don't let that ever be an issue. That's a shame, man. Of course we're friends. We're already friends, Nemo. I don't want you hurting yourself. I want that idea out of your head. You already shouldn't have that idea in your head. That should have been dropped a long time ago. But, oh well, what are you going to do, huh? I don't want you to do it. If you don't think about kind of stuff like that, you won't do it anymore. So just try to get it out of your head. You know what I'm saying? One sec, we're back. Absolutely, we're all buddies here. Nobody's here to pick on anybody. We just want us all to be friends and get along and everyone be okay. Nobody wants to find out that you're hurt, Nemo. Plus, how would we know? How would we know that you're hurt? All right, good song. I think I finally got an angle I like. Took a while. Good for you. Bullies help push you along. Don't ever be afraid to be. I was bullied a lot when I was a kid, man. I'm not going to even lie, dude. I got bullied a lot. Definitely being the odd duckling. But in the end, though, I look at all the people who used to be bullies to me, and they're not doing crap in their lives. And it's just like, well, you gave me hell for a few years, but in the end, you weren't even worth it. Weren't even worth it. So ha. I know I got the vape, but it's just not cutting it. It's just not cutting it tonight. I gotta put. I have a different coil I'm gonna put into it, so that should help the taste because it's tasting wicked burnt, wicked burnt. And this fluid is kind of thin right now, so I'm thinking it might have sat too long. Yeah. Anyway. What song was that, Gary? What song, bud? That's an odd way to look at your silver lining, Nemo, but if it works for you, it works for you. Huh. I'll have to check out that song. I'm not 100% familiar with it. I got to get my numbers up like That's Brad. That guy goes live and he gets like 50, 60, 70 people. Not saying I'm not happy to have you guys joining me. I can't play any music because then I'll get demonetized for having music in the background. So I can listen to it at a later time. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks, you better run, outrun my bullet. Sorry. You guys got me thinking of that song now. It's going to be stuck in my head. So you guys do me a favor. Shoot out some invites, some shouts. Let's get... It's a good song. It is a good song. Well, but you got to know the meaning behind it. But the lyrics and the tune is very soothing. I think it's about the Virginia Tech shooter, if I'm correct. Gary will back me up. This one's a good song. I like the, what is that song? Is it called the Imagination Song? Well, then they showed me a world where I could be so logical, oh, dependable, sensible. But all the birds in the trees, well, they were singing so happily, oh, joyfully, oh, watching me, giving me. There are times when all the world's asleep. The questions run too deep. I can't sing, so I apologize. Have I heard of Uncle Kracker? Uncle Kracker's been out for a hot minute, dude. I used to listen to Uncle Kracker when I was a kid. Follow me, everything is alright. You'll be the one to take you in at night. And if you wanna leave, I can guarantee they won't find nobody else like me. I'm singing. That was a good one back in the day. All right. Really happy with everything that's been going on lately. A lot of good stuff. Don't want to get into too much stuff, but I've been feeling a lot better. Quality. Is that what it's called? I play it once in a while. It's one of my favorite songs to put on. The tunes are really nice to it. I'm going to let you guys, what should we change this live stream name to? I don't think that the Seth Rogen thing is working very well. So what should we change the live stream name to? But just remember, Nemo, you were, that's good that you got something to look forward to. A little Uncle Kracker. Quality Choice. Is that a good song? That's what I should call it, Quality Choice. All right, fair enough, fair game. Quality Choice it is. Let's go ahead and get that in there. And we're gonna change this live stream name to Quality Choice. Thank you for the suggestion, Gary. I do appreciate it. Always a good thing to have you guys helping with what would look interesting to you. If my computer will stop being wonky. It always has to be wonky. There we go. There we go. Oh boy, the purple guy is here. Oh boy. The bite of, was it the bite of 87? Was that it, or the bite of 83? I can't remember which one it was. Was it the bite of 87 or the bite of 83? Either way. Yeah. Purple guy. I don't know. I thought the Five Nights at Freddy franchise kind of drifted off a little bit there. It was a cool game to watch. I enjoyed watching Markiplier, PewDiePie, all of them play it. A little more of not my style of game. All right. Well, way to go, man. You're off to your concert. Off to a rocking concert. I've only been to one concert in my life. I went and saw Iron Maiden this past summer. My first time ever going to a live concert. It was a lot of fun. Had a good time. Great stuff. Great stuff. Oh, sweet, man. You're going to love it, man. It was awesome. And who's opening for him? I got to see, it was Iron Maiden and Ghost opened for them. If you guys aren't familiar with Ghost, what a cool band. What a cool band, man. I couldn't believe it. It blew me away to be my first concert. Iron Maiden rocking the house. Uh-oh, speaking of Markiplier. Uh-oh. Well, usually they have an opening act, so you'll get to see a really cool opening act plus the headliner. So that's really cool. Okay, so what's going on with Markiplier? Is he taking a break? I saw his video, but I didn't watch it. It was talking about him taking a break, but then he loaded up a video like 2 days later. Or a day later. So I was like, well, so much for taking a break, huh, Mark? What a weird name he came up with, too. I wonder how he came up with that one. My buddy the other day, oh, did you? You met the king of FNAF today. Oh, sweet, man. Awesome. If you guys don't know FNAF, that's Five Nights at Freddy's. And Markiplier is the self-proclaimed king of Five Nights at Freddy's. The guy is actually really good at the game. And it's, I was watching when he first started doing those. And that's really when I got into watching Markiplier, was when he was doing his Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. So yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. What was that new one though? Pleasant Neighbor or the Neighbor game? I was watching a bit of that one too as well. I kind of like that. Those videos have been pretty good. All right, all right. Hello Neighbor. Yeah, Hello Neighbor. That's the game. That one's an interesting looking one. I've been watching that one since the beta. I think that game looks interesting. It'd be fun to play. What else? What are some other games that you guys watch? PewDiePie, I don't know if the king has fallen. The king of YouTube, he may be going down a little bit. I mean, still, nobody tops PewDiePie, obviously. The guy is insane. I also like C-Nanas. If you guys know who C-Nanas is, he's funny. He does a lot of the, what is it, that game he plays? The prop game. Logical Song. Yes, 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 Gary. That's it. That's one of my favorite songs. Love that song. Good song. What else?
Kermit the Frog here. Hoping you guys hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. I would really, really appreciate it. Maybe then some people could hear my voice acting and they would be happy to check it out.
Yes, Smithers, make sure they hit the thumbs up button. Make them subscribe.
That was a bad one.
Make them subscribe.
No, I keep dipping off.
Make them subscribe.
There we go. He would say it in that deeper
Make them subscribe, Smithers. Make them hit the thumbs up button. They will like it. They will enjoy. If not, release the hounds.
I don't know why I have to do the hands with it, but it helps out getting into that voice. But it does. Did he?
Kermit the Frog. Hello, Nemo. Nemo Swartz. I'm glad to have you stopping by for the Call of Duty that we might be playing and our live stream. James Slayer has just gone live here with Kermit the Frog. So you guys make sure you stop on by and check out his live stream. Gary from the UK. Always happy to have Gary here.
Oh, you guys have no idea how much work that takes to do the voice. That strains the crap out of my throat. Because I have to tighten the muscles in my throat to get that higher pitched voice. And you got to pull so hard on the muscles in your throat. You guys have no idea. And I'm sure that's an open-ended joke comment just waiting to happen. So I can hear them flooding in already. Keep them to yourselves. I got it. Oh, you're 9? Oh, that's cool, man. I'm a little older than 9, but that's okay. We're happy to have you here, Dark. Dark Phaser Meh. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm an old fart here, so don't worry about it, buddy. We got lots of people different ages stopping in. What I hope you do, though, is I do hope you hit that thumbs up button because you're having fun hanging out with us. We can do some voices. King of the memes. 21 and you're the king of the dead memes. 21 and he's the king of the dead memes. Let's see here. I'll go ahead and drop my age. Well, I'll tell you what. You guys mostly know my age, but we'll let you see if you can guess. Who can guess the closest without going over? Will win our showcase showdown. So you guys go ahead and let's see them guesses. I think Gary already knows. Gary should already know. I think. Nemo's going to guess 26. Oh, thank you. Good guess there, Nemo. Good guess. Maybe it's right. Maybe it's not. We'll know in just a moment. We will know. We'll see. Gary's hitting me at 33. Again, it's first to go over. Closest to get there. I know you're 13. So we know Dark is 9. We've got our boy Nemo over here at 14. Gary is throwing out the 33 guess. Schwartz has thrown out the 26. Where'd you come from? Where did you go? Where you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Long time gone. I hear that song in Nashville all the time. So many people play it. Oh, Cotton Eye Joe. I think there's a place downtown in Nashville called Cotton Eye Joe's. And it's like almost a ritual that they play that song every hour. Well, just for you guys, though, who Gary was close, I am, there you go, I'm 32. Oh, yeah, that's a great tune. I hear it all the time. I have to listen to so many. It's the same music. Where I go in downtown Nashville, there's so many people playing the same set lists. And, so I hear the same songs over and over. And every time I go to one of the bands that I manage's shows, it's the same song set list almost every week. So, and I hear it 3 times a week. You do win. Gary did go over. Closest to it without going over. So Nemo, you won, buddy. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Oh, that was Markiplier's version of Cotton Eye Joe. Yeah. I would love to get a YouTuber to come to Nashville so we could take him around and show him off. Someone the other night said Jake Paul or Paul Jake or one of those two was down in Nashville, but I didn't see him, and I didn't see anything online that suggesting that they were there, so I really don't think. Yeah. I don't think he made it. Jake Paul, is that his name? Yeah, I don't think he was actually in Nashville. It was a few months ago, I think. We were hearing that he was. I didn't believe it, and I checked online, and I didn't see anything that was suggesting that he was in Nashville. So, no, he didn't make it. But maybe if you guys are fans of him, you can invite him. And you seem to know. You're a YouTube. You got the YouTube people on lock. Hopefully you remember me. Hopefully I'm one of your favorites coming up, or maybe soon to be. I got to get another magnet. We're going to be able to go magnet fishing again soon. I'm not going to let the winter stop me. I'm going to magnet fish all through fall. But I'll be getting my new magnets in soon. So very, very happy about that. James, I did see that you went live, buddy. I'm going to go ahead and check it out in a little bit. So I'll slide over there. Hopefully we're just going to build up a nice audience. We can have some good talking points. We've only been going for about 40 minutes right now. So we've had a lot of interruptions in the middle and getting the camera set. So first off, I do apologize for that. But the first hour usually kind of goes... solve for X. I don't know. Gary! SpongeBob. I love SpongeBob. I'm ready. I'm ready. Gonna go work at the Krabby Patty. I'm ready. Gary's a cool cat, though. All my UK buddies are cool people. You don't meet a lot of mean people from the UK. I don't know what it is. You guys are really cool peoples over there. Yeah. Yeah, it's always the American people who always have the attitudes and come on here trolling and stuff. But that's okay. That's okay. We like the trolls. I like trolls. Because if I get trolls, that means I'm good enough to be trolled. So if I'm not getting trolled, it doesn't mean, it means I'm not doing well enough that I should be trolled. That's a good one, Gary. Oh, Gary. He's quick with a joke or to light up a smoke. Gary. All right, man. Well, hey, thanks for stopping by, Extreme. I don't know if I'm going to stay on the full 2 hours today. Your mom is 32? Well, hey, maybe your mom is cute. Is your mom cute? I'm sorry. I shouldn't be asking you that. I'm sorry. You never know, though. You never know. Oh, cut the grass today. I got some lawn cutting done today. One of my lawnmowers went out, though, so I took the other one that I had that was giving me some issues with the carb. And I tore that one, got the parts off of that one that I needed, and I made the other one. I got the other one up and running. So that was good. Took 2 broken lawnmowers. One was working okay, and one wasn't really. The carb is giving me issues. I got to figure out what's going on. I think there's some grass inside the injector, or the little tube that sprays the fuel into the carburetor. So I think that's the issue, and I got to take that apart and clean it. But I got the other one up and running and going, so it was working. And that's what I'm really more happy about, that I got it up and going. So, yay, got some yard cut. Your mom does not like drugs? Well, good for your mom. She shouldn't like drugs. Drugs are bad. And drugs are bad, okay? You shouldn't do drugs. Marijuana, I'm going to pass around just a little tiny bit so you all can take a smell so you know when someone is smoking marijuana near you, okay? Oh, your mom doesn't like druggies? Well, that's fine. I'm not a druggie, so that works out well. But, cool. Hey, to each their own. It doesn't really matter. I'm married anyway, so I got me a really cool, awesome wife. And, yeah, she doesn't mind that I burn. So sweet. You saw the smoke? Well, you saw me smoke a cigarette. The cigarette isn't a drug. Well, I guess it is a drug. Anything's a drug. Tylenol technically is a drug. So if you take Tylenol, or if you take Robitussin or ibuprofen, that's all drugs. It's all a drug. It's just different drugs for different purposes. But it's still all drugs. Yup. Take a cough drop. That's got drugs in it. So, drugs are everywhere. It just depends on it. I think anyone who's, well, and again, though, it's their own preference. You're allowed your own preference. You can not like something, or you can like something. Something can be abused, or it can be used for good. That's the whole premises of medicine. That's why when you see the medicine symbol, it's got the snakes wrapped around the staff, and that's to show that that's a symbol of we use poison to work in a positive way. All drugs is a poisoning. You poison your body for good effects or bad effects. So when you use Tylenol, you're introducing a drug into your system that is also... coffee is a drug? It does. It has drugs in it, absolutely. It has caffeine in it, which is a chemical, which is a drug. So chocolate has chemicals in it, which is similar to a drug. So if you like chocolate, you're ingesting a drug. So there's all kinds of drugs. So people who are, you can, again, medicine is all based on drugs, and it's a poisoning of a controlled poisoning. We control a poisoning for a positive effect. Everything has poison. Every drug is a poison, buddy. But yeah, you are correct. You are correct. Smoking is bad for you. It's not so much the poison in it that's bad for you. It's the fact that you're breathing in carcinogenics. That's what's actually really bad for you in smoking a cigarette. So it's not so much the actual nicotine, it's the stuff they add to it that makes it more deadly. But people, they do cyanide. Your mom might be right. Some cigarettes may have included cyanide. Some include arsenic. Some do include like a fiberglass filler. But again, though, they're altering the tobacco. The tobacco itself is not deadly. Tobacco is actually pretty good. It's a decent preservative. But it's all the chemicals they put into it that make it very deadly and a lot more harmful. So you are correct. No one is questioning that there, Dark. Your mom seems to be a very smart person. So trust her instinct. She seems to be putting you on a good path. So that's good. That's good. That was a decent little rant there, wasn't it? We got on a little bit of the narcotics talk. Tobacco can be used for good. Absolutely. There's some decent things that tobacco can be used for. It has its healing properties. But when you do anything in excess, that's when you have problems. So if you smoked or chewed a little bit of tobacco, no, I don't think it would be a big problem for you. It's when you do it in excess, lots and lots and lots of it, that you can have a lot of bad effects. But of course, smoking anything is bad for you because you're breathing in, again, carcinogenics. So there's always some risk involved, but there's also safer ways you could get nicotine into your system. For instance, like I said, I have my vape pen here, which is just a vegetable oil infused with nicotine. So you can take in your nicotine that way, and since you're not really burning anything, there's no carcinogenic, so it is a lot better for you. However, though, soaking your lungs in oil, no one knows really effects of that yet, so that could still be bad for you. But no, and overall, there was also a study done, and it showed that people who smoke cigarettes, in 5% of the people who showed to smoke cigarettes, 5% of the test subjects were shown to have positive effects from smoking cigarettes. So there are some people out there, the gum and the patches, yeah. So there are some people out there who smoking cigarettes does benefit. It doesn't always work out to that. That's why you see some like old people and they're smoking cigarettes like a chimney, but they're healthy as a horse. It does happen. So everybody's body chemistry is a little different. So what works for yours might not necessarily work as well for mine. So it's when you get into things, that's why people have more addictive personalities. It's their body chemistry. I do not have an addictive personality. I like my cigarettes, but I can just as easily go without them, and it doesn't bother me. I can go on long flights. All right, sorry about that. We're back. I don't know, I've been just getting interruptions on the signal, so I apologize about that, guys. But yeah, so anything can be positive and negative. It just depends on how much you drink it. Look at water. If you drink too much water, you can kill yourself with drinking too much water. So anything that you can put inside your body in excess can kill you. Anything. Anything. Excess is the word, is the key word. Excess. Coming up on our first hour. Not bad. I don't know if I'm going to make it 2 hours tonight, guys. I'm just not... I don't know, I'm not really feeling it tonight. Or are you guys enjoying the convo? Is everything working out for you? Because I'm not feeling it tonight. I really want to go talk longer, but it's just not like, I don't know if the spark isn't there tonight to do this. And I mean, doing these 2-hour sessions anyway, it's not difficult, but it just gets hard when you don't have a lot of, there wasn't a whole lot going on today. Like I said, it was a good day. Got some lawn cutting done, got some repairs done, but just isn't a very eventful day to have a lot to talk about. I need you guys to help out, and questions, answers, comments, concerns, anything that you guys can come out with. I know that we keep hearing I look like Seth Rogen. Always for the new people jumping in, want them to think, oh yeah, it does look a little like Seth Rogen. Is it Seth Rogen? No, it's not Seth Rogen. But all right. So we got a couple people, some more people coming and going, and that's fine. I like when people come and go. We get new people in, 1 or 2 stay for a few, talk, chat, and then they head off. But I got some new retro games in. I got to do some more retro gaming. I really, really want to get that gaming card before sorry about this Zoom. Come on, focus. Focus. There we go. I really want to get the gaming card before I start doing any more gaming videos. But we do have all the retro. I've been still always adding to my retro collection, constantly adding new games and stuff like that. My buddy wanted to start a YouTube channel, and I was trying to convince him to do it. But the name he wanted to come up with was really weird. He wanted to name his channel called Bash Chris, and his name is not Chris. He just wanted to name the channel Bash Chris and pick on anybody with name Chris. It was going to be a really odd channel. But I told him to go for it. I don't know where that would be. My favorite console? It's between the Sega and the NES. It would be between the Sega and the NES. But then again, I love the Nintendo 64. There was a lot of good... But see, I'm starting to figure out there were a lot... When you get onto a specific console... It's really hard for me to pick one. because there's certain titles from each one that I have. And again, I'm not the type of collector when it comes to my retro game collecting that I go for everything, that I just want to have it all. I like to collect the stuff that I remember, that I played, and that looked fun to me. So, like the Nintendo, I have several titles on the Nintendo, the NES, that I love. Just straight love. The Atari, though, has some really good titles that I love. Mega Mania was one of my favorite games on Atari. I got Porky's. Porky's the movie on Atari, which I haven't got to play yet. My Atari, I loaned it to my mom. She plays Pac-Man. My GameCube, I really wasn't a huge GameCube fan, but I got the GameCube because it was cheap. And there was a couple games I did want to play on it. The new Resident Evil remastered game on there is really cool, really hard. I've got the PlayStation 2, which I love my PlayStations. And my PlayStation 2 is a custom one. It's got a built-in monitor and speakers, headphone jacks. So that thing is really cool. It's portable like you wouldn't believe. And that's a custom-made one. Someone put a lot of money into that one, and I was able to trade for it. It's a really good deal, and pick that one up. Again, I've got a bunch of games on PlayStation I love. PlayStation 2, I've got a bunch of games that I love. Nintendo 64, Zelda Ocarina of Time was my favorite game. We were playing that. GoldenEye, I like GoldenEye, but I'm starting to realize it's a lot harder to play than I remember. The controls are so much different than an Xbox. Ocarina of Time, of course. Hold on. We got that one. Let me reach into the old Nintendo 64 stack. Let's see. Where is it? There's that one. Well, here. I've gone over these before with people. Let's see. Do I got it? It should be in the stack here. There she blows. Okay. So we've got, as you were saying, Ocarina of Time. So yeah, we got the Ocarina of Time right there. Zelda rocking it. It's a fun game. I think this is one of the coolest in-depth games that they ever made, was Ocarina. No, Dark, let me correct. You're putting words in my mouth. I never said smoking was good for you. I said that in studies it's been shown that it can be good for some people in the population. But no, I never said it was good for you. I did say burning anything and inhaling carcinogenics, of course, is bad for you. So please do not mistake my words. I would never say that smoking is good for you, but I'm not going to say that it's completely negative. There are some positive effects. It's just like anything else. All right, I keep a copy of NHL 99 because me and my buddy love playing hockey, and anytime he comes. Tobacco can be good for you. It's a lot of the chemicals and the processing that they put it in that make it bad, but there are some positive effects for tobacco. For instance, if you get stung by a bee and you remove the bee, take a little bit of fresh tobacco, put it directly onto it, and it's going to completely remove a lot of the pain and the itching, and so there are uses for it. Tobacco is also a preservative. You can smoke things with tobacco for meats. I don't know, the flavors might be a little different. Seasonings it can be used in. There's a lot of uses for tobacco other than just smoking it. So yes, tobacco can be good, but it's a lot of the way they use it. One of my favorite games is the Pokemon Stadium game. And I've got, of course, the Nintendo 64 adapter to go with it, so I can plug in my Pokemon Yellow version and then get Surfing Pikachu. Of course, you got to have Star Fox 64. This one is legendary. Great game. Still fun to play. Still nice and difficult. Lots and lots of fun in that one. As I was saying, I have my GoldenEye 6007. You did not say that. What if I just tried it? Well, what if you just tried it? You're probably going to be hacking. No, you're not going to die. You're not going to die from tobacco smoke anytime soon. Not likely. And, of course, one of the original games, when they released the Nintendo 64, well, then you know what, Dark, if you want to go back and forth and play semantics on it, that's fine, man, we can. No, I made it very clear what I'm saying, and if that's just not comprehending, there's not a lot more I can do on it, buddy. But this is one of the original release games when Nintendo released the Nintendo 64. It was Mario 64 and Pilot Wings 64. A lot of fun. Now you're showing me that you're not your age. No, well, age has nothing. You're dancing around, and you're doing a very good job of it. And you're trying to mix words. So, yeah. And age shouldn't have to do with anything. I don't know why you're bringing that into the conversation. I'm treating you as an equal in our conversation. I've never spoken down to you like a child. So I would expect that we could talk on an adult level. And if not, then just let me know and we won't. Let's see. Well, since we're doing the Nintendo bit, let's go ahead and pull these out. We'll go through them together and check them out. Haven't done these in a while. Whoever game this was, I bought it. It belonged to Philip Smith. So, Philip Smith, I got your copy of... okay, that's fine. I got my copy of Mortal Kombat. So, there you go. Mortal Kombat on the Game Boy. Which, this is horrible to play. Horrible to play. Kirby's Dream Land. Great fun, great game on the Game Boy in the original, which I got the original Game Boy over there. Still a lot of fun to play. Need to get one of those backlights for it though. As I was saying, we got some Donkey Kong Land. Great game. Love playing it. Where's my copy of? That might be in the Game Boy. I think it's in the Game Boy. And then I got a Final Fantasy Legend, which isn't a actual Final Fantasy game, but it just has the name Final Fantasy, and they slap the word Legend on it to get people to buy it. It's actually not that bad of a little RPG. What is this one right here? Oh, yeah, we got Castlevania Adventure. So always sitting there rocking a little bit of the Castlevania Adventure games. Lots of fun. Great Konami game. What's this one? Okay, so we got the Donkey Kong Land, but you got to also have Donkey Kong. So I've got the original Donkey Kong game here. Of course, they updated some more stuff to it and added some new features to make it a lot more fun and new. You can't see it really well, and it's kind of messed up, but I went ahead and got it. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You can just see the turtles there, sorta. But it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't think I've played a whole lot of that one. And then, of course, you got to have Mega Man. You got to have your Mega Man there. You like the RPG games? A lot of my RPG games fall into the PlayStation area. So if you like the RPGs, Final Fantasy would probably be what's in the cabinet to my right. Right over here. All of this stuff. That's all my a lot of my retro gaming stuff. We can go through a lot of it. If you guys wanted me to pull out some more retro gaming stuff, we can talk about some of the retro gaming stuff I have. Go over it. If that seems like something that would be interesting and appealing to you guys. But we don't have to do that. But I think that's what you meant, that cabinet, right? Is that what you meant, Nemo? I gotta go eat. I gotta get a new area for all my gaming stuff. It's starting to build up. Eventually, I'd like to take the room that my guest room and turn it into kind of still keep it a guest room, but start setting up all my retro gaming stuff in there. Because I'm not going to lie to you, it's a pain in the butt having it in cabinets. So keeping all this stuff in like cabinets, just not the easiest thing. And then when I want to play, I got to pull it all out, go through it all. Yeah. Not the best. Not the best. 007 and it's 007. Yeah, okay. Well, we can go through some more of the retro gaming stuff. Why not? Ugh. Ugh. So, top drawer is Nintendo. So, that's how I kind of organized it. Was most of everything is in... Oh, I got another game here. Oh, yeah, I just forgot. I got this new game. I think I'm missing a Game Boy game. Is it in the Game Boy? No? Oh, it's in there. That's right. Okay, so I don't have Pokemon Yellow. I've got Pokemon Blue on Game Boy. What's my favorite sport? I don't know. I don't know if I really... I'm not a huge football fan. Never was. I like baseball. I like hockey. I like hockey a lot. So, yeah. So, I've got the Pokemon Game Boy Blue. And to go with it, I've got the... what's it called? The Nintendo Transfer Pack. So what you'll do with that is when you play Pokemon, where is it? Pokemon Stadium. You'll take your Pokemon Stadium, hook it into the Nintendo 64, and then you'll hook your game into there. That goes into the controller, and then you're able to play the Pokemon that you built up on this game, on this one, and you can also teach Pikachu Surf. So very rare Pikachu Surf. Okay, so we've got one last Game Boy game. It's my newest one I just picked up. It is Zelda Oracle of the Seasons. So I don't know if you guys can see it there. Well, there she is. Game Boy game. I just started playing it. It's a lot of fun. It's actually really in-depth, and there's, I think, one more game that goes with it. It's a two-part series, but a lot of fun on that one. And then, of course, if you're going to have Game Boy, you have to have the original Game Boy. So I got mine here, and the battery should still be good on it, I think. Let's see if it'll fire up. Nah, the batteries might be dead. Let's see. The batteries, I don't know if you guys will even be able to see it. It's so poorly backlit. They didn't do a very good job on the backlighting. Yeah, I think these batteries are about shot. Yeah, these batteries are gone. But I got to get some new batteries in it. There we go. Alright, so there's the Game Boy. And there's a serial number. It's an earlier model. So there's a serial number on it. Nice big old brick. Lots of fun though. Still good to play. Let's see. I got my aftermarket Nintendo 64 stuff. We're not going to go over controllers and stuff. The only controller I have that's cool is I've got my my Jungle Green controller. So yeah. I had a Jungle Green Nintendo 64, but I traded it. And I got an an uncolored Nintendo 64, but I picked up the Game Boy and this 64 for exchange for the green Game Boy. Or for the green Nintendo 64. Okay, so we're going to get into some of the games I have, but do remember, like, the wife, she likes playing some games, and I buy her games too, so to try to get her into retro gaming. So she likes a lot of the Ashley, Kate, and Mary Olsen games. I don't know why, but she collects them, and she has almost every game they've ever made. We got all the Mary, Kate, and Ashley Olsen movies, but it's all nostalgia. I got The Incredibles only because it came free when I got my GameCube, so that one goes there. I've got Resident Evil on GameCube. This one is a ton of fun. It's a nice two-parter, so it's got 2 discs. So you guys got plenty of gameplay in that one. Alright, the wife has a Nintendo DS case, so there's her little Nintendo. Oh, would he? Well, oh, that's cool. Let's see, let's move on. Alright, so, of course, I got my controllers from... I'm not going to go over too much controllers. I got a couple aftermarket controllers for the Nintendo, for the GameCube, just so that I can play with people. Okay, let's move into some of the Nintendo 64. And there's the Nintendo 64, obviously, and I do have the RAM upgrade in there. So it's got the RAM upgrade card, so we can play Donkey Kong Country and play with higher graphics on a little bit of other consoles. And yeah, so still works great, still plays like a dream. Great smooth looking console. Love the way it looks. Love the way it plays. Of course, the GameCube, which is, you know, it's pretty standard. I don't think that this one was a huge success, but it definitely had its moments, and there are some games on here that who wouldn't love it, right? Okay. Moving on to some... Alright, we're getting into Sega games now. Well, here, why don't we go ahead... Not Sega. Okay, so I've got the memory card too for the GameCube. You have to have memory cards. For those who don't know about that, you have to have memory cards. So there's a memory card for the GameCube. There's a memory card for the Nintendo 64. I do have the original jumper pack so that if you want to pull it out. Oh, that's cool, Gary. That's awesome. Hi, Bassmaster. Alright, so moving on. Video game-wise. Oh, this is my coup de grace. This is what I'm very proud of to have in my collection. This is a Nintendo top loader. Hold on, we're out of focus here for a minute. Let's bring it a little closer. There we go. Alright, so this is a Nintendo top loader. They only made it for 1 year. It was made, I believe, in 1994. 93, excuse me, 1993. So in 1993, they made this console for 1 year. It was supposed to be a smaller version. The games kind of, it's really simple how the games go into it. It looks just like you would think it would. The games go right into the top. And because you don't have to push down and click that button, I'm doing very good, buddy. The game locks right in instantly, and it usually turns on, fires up the first time every time. So these are a lot rarer. Now, if you look back there on my TV, hold on. You can sort of see, there it is. There's the original Nintendo. Don't really use it. This one works a lot better. But there are some differences with this one. There are some differences. But for the most part, it works just fine. All right, those are just controls. And I do have, of course, the rare bone controller that went with the top loader. So it's a rare Nintendo, harder to find. They're not impossible to get. You can probably pick up a used regular NES, like the big brick one back there, for about $50, $60, $70. The top loader is probably going to run you in about $100, $150 range, but you're going to get so much better gameplay out of it. Okay, Piper decided to jump in with the games. All right, so we're going to go over Nintendo games, what Nintendo games I have. And again, I don't go for max collection. I go for what I enjoy and what I play. So the first game you guys obviously saw was Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, based on the movie by Kevin Costner. It's actually a really good in-depth game. A lot to do, a lot to collect, a lot to see. Difficulty is decent, and it's a lot of fun to play. One of my newest games I just picked up is I got Contra, the original Contra. I did have Super C for a while, but I beat it so quickly, and then it wasn't as much fun as I remember playing it by myself. Top Gun, one of my not favorite games, but it was definitely a game I remember playing as a kid, and I had to get a copy of it. And I wound up having as a nice backstory too, but I wound up getting 14 copies of this game, and I sold most of them, and I kept one for myself. One of my favorite games of all time to play on the Nintendo is Shadowgate. If you guys aren't familiar with Shadowgate, you should go check it out. I do have a video of me playing it live, a full playthrough. If I was ever going to speedrun a game, it would be Shadowgate. If you're going to have a Nintendo, you have to have Tetris. Doesn't need a whole lot about Tetris to introduce you on Tetris. Everybody knows Tetris. One of the hardest games I think ever made on the Nintendo was... You should do some retro game night. I do a lot of retro gaming, man. You should set it up and go for it. So there's Bart Simpson versus the Space Mutants. Okay, Captain Skyhawk, one of my favorite games. A really cool game, a lot of fun to play. You can pick them up rather cheaply too, and I think it's a really good game. Let's see. We've got, of course, the gold version of the original Zelda. And who doesn't remember that one? If you guys can ever find this in the gray cart, though, that's this color, it's worth more than the gold version. And a lot of people are like, whoa, the gold one, the gold one. It's because they released more of the gold ones than they did the gray ones. The gray ones were re-released later, so there wasn't as many of these available. All right, let's move on with some more games. Another one of my favorites on the NES is Fester's Quest. Who doesn't love Fester's Quest? A lot of fun, great game to play. In-depth, a little too difficult, but still a lot of fun. This game I only keep on hand, Spy vs. Spy, because one of my buddies, he's a huge fan of the game. I hate playing it, but I only play it with him when he comes by. But I keep it for him. Dr. Mario, another kind of like Tetris Connect'em kind of game. It's a lot of fun to play. It's just a good, simple game. Me and my dad used to play it a lot when I was a kid, so I picked that one up. I got Ice Hockey. Ice Hockey is... another game I keep on hand for my buddy who comes over to hang out and play. But I like playing it now too, so it's been a lot of fun. I enjoy Ice Hockey. Duck Hunt, I got the original Just Duck Hunt, but I don't play it because I don't have this light gum and I need to get an old TV. Okay, now, a lot of people say that this company making games, especially if you watch the Angry Video Game Nerd, LJN, if you guys are familiar with LJN, they ruin a lot of video games. But you know what? For this game, Jaws, I like playing Jaws. I like playing Jaws. You can beat it in about 15 minutes. It's a fun game, really simple to play, and it's enjoyable. Now, Gary, you were talking about RPG games. If you want one of the most in-depth RPG game that you can get on a Nintendo with so many different... the gameplay is just so unique. There's so many different styles. You won't believe you're playing a Nintendo game. Not by graphics, but just in memory alone. It's called The Guardian Legend. It's one of my favorite games. I had it when I was a kid. I beat it when I was a kid. What a long and in-depth game. I'm so sick of this. It's coming so pixelated, guys, and I am so sorry. This is not fair. It's not fair. I'm sorry it's coming in so pixelated, guys. I don't know why it's doing that. The quality, I'm sorry, but we'll move on. Rolling Thunder. Another one of my favorite games I used to play. See, we got a bad connection. Let's wait it out. Let's wait it out. Okay, so we got Rolling Thunder here, as I said before. Cool game, a lot of fun to play. You guys can see your comments in the reflection there. So a little Rolling Thunder for you guys. But all right. One of my favorite games to play is a Little League World Series baseball. I've only been beaten in this game once by one person, so cool. As I said before, I got another copy of Top Gun on hand, so that one's still new. And then the last game I've got for my Nintendo is Kung Fu. Kung Fu for You. It's, again, one of my buddy's favorite games, so another one I hang on to for him. All right, so that wraps up the Nintendo drawer. If you guys are having fun and enjoying this, let me know. If you guys want me to move on to the Sega drawers, we can. If that's something you guys want to do, let me know. While you guys decide if we're going to do that or not, I'm going to go ahead and clean up all these retro systems and get them back in their respective places. You'd be surprised. It's a balancing, juggling act almost to make sure everything in here fits correctly. It's not as easy as you guys would think, trying to get 3 consoles, 4 consoles. Well, it's like 3 or 4 consoles with the Game Boy, plus controllers. I have a very specific way of being able to set everything up in just such a way so that it all fits smoothly and neatly. But it is not easy, so things have to go back in places. So that was the trip down the Nintendo memory lane. I hope you guys were enjoying that. And if you guys are thinking about getting into doing some retro gaming, or you want to get some of your old games and stuff back, go for it. It's not that it's a little pricey. It can be a little pricey, but it's not as bad as you would think. It's really not as bad as you would think it is. So you can get into it for, don't get me wrong, some of the games and stuff that I have here are worth a little bit more, and you will pay for those. But if you can find them naturally at like a thrift store or at I don't like pawn shops because they know what the value of stuff is there, so they try to usually overcharge you for it. So I wouldn't say pawn shops would be your best bet, but thrift stores, estate sales, stuff like that, you can actually get a decent hookup on some of this stuff, and that's definitely your way you want to go for that. But you can always just go buy it off the internet too if you so desire, or if you just have to have it that bad. But half the fun is getting to find it. You need to find. Oh crap! This is why I don't take this stuff out very much. I don't know if somebody just knocked on my door or not. A little creepy. Oh, this is killing my shoulder. There we go. That lines up a lot better. We got that system in there. So that can stay there. Put all the accessories over here. All right, we're making it all fit. We're making it all fit. Okay. So you guys are enjoying that? Give me a message or something if we should move it to Sega. If we should go to the next drawer of systems. Or if you guys want to save that for another time and we'll just do a little bit. I don't mind. We got nothing better to do. I'm hanging out with you guys. It's whatever you guys want to do. If you just want to look at my boring collections of stuff, we can do that. But we can also go to something else and do something else. I've got more games too over there. I gotta work into the drawer, but it's not the easiest to get all this stuff in to one location, and that's why I want to really set up the video gaming room upstairs so that I have a place to go with all of this and I don't have to pull it out. A different time, we'll do the Sega drawer at a different time? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. There's a lot we just went over here. If your dad thinks that your dad would like this, make sure you show him so that maybe he can come on here and check it out and watch, and maybe he'll watch some YouTube with us. That'd be cool. All right, so yeah, that's the Nintendo drawer. Lots of 3 systems, 4 if you count. Oh, let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that is so cool. The brown cabinet to my right. What cabinet? I mean, that one over there? Is that the one you mean? That's all my DVDs, movies, some of my collectibles, extra stuff, stuff I have for sale. Yeah, there's really nothing in a brown cabinet. There's no brown cabinet over there. Ooh, piece of candy. These are Coffee Colombian candies from Colombia. Coffee Delight from Colombia. And they are delicious. They taste like Tootsie Rolls with coffee or like an espresso. Delicious. Delicious. My aunt's Colombian, so she gets me Colombian candies. And I love my Colombian candies. They're delicious. In Iraq, they had these really good candies. They were chocolate-covered coffee beans roasted. I think you mean that thing over there? This thing right here? That's my fireplace. I got the mirror in front of it. We put the mirror in front of it when we're not in the summer because it opens the room up more and then nobody has to look inside an empty fireplace. Yeah, that's just my fireplace. All good. I've done a lot of my other retro gaming stuff, but I'm always adding more stuff to the collection and new stuff to the collection. So like, here, we'll go ahead and throw you guys back a little. Let's do a little throwbacks. See, I'm running out of space. So Gary will appreciate this. Final Fantasy VII. My favorite food, pizza. Without a doubt, it would be pizza. I love pizza. So there's Final Fantasy VII. But because I love Final Fantasy VII so much, I keep 2 copies on hand just in case one of the discs gives me issues, which it has already happened. I have backups because I love this game. So there's Final Fantasy VII. Of course, you guys remember Halo. Halo 2 on the original Xbox. Still got the original Xbox rocking and rolling. Still love playing Halo. If you're a Final Fantasy VII fan, you're going to love Final Fantasy Crisis Core on the PSP. So there you go. Who doesn't love that? You gotta have Resident Evil 2 on PlayStation, the original Resident Evil 2, and it's still got the win a part in the movie or other great prizes. So when Resident Evil 2 came out, the movie was getting ready to come out, and someone could win. I think they got to be a zombie in one of the shows. So that's cool. My wife also is into Harry Potter games, so I buy her all the Harry Potter games I can find, and on whatever platform it's on, it doesn't matter. I keep a copy of this because I'm eventually going to get another one. This is Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast. So if you guys remember Dreamcast, right down there. Yeah, so. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool, man. Dad sounds like a cool cat then. So yeah, there's Sonic Adventure right there. I did have a Dreamcast for a while, but I had 2 of them and I sold them. And now I regret it. So I'm going to get another Dreamcast. Of course, I keep hockey games on every platform just for when my buddy comes. I found this one. I got to go get it resurfaced. I found it for $1. I just thought, how rare is it going to be in a few years? This game probably will be hard to find because, 1, it's got the National Rifles Association on it, the NRA. But 2, it's a very obscure game, I guarantee. So, games like this are going to be the games that are worth money, not because they're good, but because of how hard they are to find. And, so there it is right there. Gun Club. Again, the disc is in terrible shape, but I'm going to go get it resurfaced and cleaned up. Let's see. Well, we got some more games over here in my wallet. We're not going to pull out too much. This is just like my overflow stuff that I have no room for in the case. This is a more lesser-known Resident Evil game. It's called Resident Evil Outbreak. But, oh, Gary, did you beat this one? There you go. I played it for a second. It's actually a multiplayer one, and you could play online. So it was a game that boasted online play when it first came out. Of course, like I said, we collect that. She's got the Harry Potter's Sorcerer's Stone, and then over here on PlayStation 2, I've got Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. And I think I just picked up a new one. Yeah, right here. We just picked up on GameCube Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. So I'm getting my collection of the Harry Potter games down. So we're going through them. We're collecting them slowly. Of course, if you're going to have PlayStation 2, you have to have Grand Theft Auto 3. So, yeah. One of my favorite Resident Evil games, though, and I never finished beating it, was Resident Evil Survivor, and I found a copy of it, and I'm going to probably get it sometime soon. But, you know, the original Grand Theft Auto, who doesn't remember that one? Right there. Wow, right? I got some other stupid games on Xbox. Midtown Madness, I don't know what it is. I don't know how I got it. And this case feels so heavy. The book is huge. But it did come with some Xbox Live for the original Xbox posters and stuff like that. And, you know, Xbox was really, really big at the time. So everybody was going nuts. And there's the security. Oh, wow, look at that. It's still got the security bar thing in it for the security alarm. Ha! That's cool. That's pretty cool. I doubt a lot of people are going to have that. This is a complete... That's complete. But it's an okay game. Not super fun to play. Lord of the Rings. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so I saw this one. It was the Two Towers, so I picked it up. And there you go. Now, this one I got for free because my buddy had an Xbox, and he wound up selling it, and the game got left over, so he just wound up leaving it for me. Oh, nice, nice. Very cool there, Nemo. Very cool. So, yeah. Oh, and of course, my CD wallet from when I was a kid when I had PlayStation. So if you guys remember, these are probably going to get a little more rare to find. These are your sample games they used to give in the PlayStation magazine. So you could buy these and try all the games that are coming out. So the playable demos on this one was Silent Hill, Moto Racer, Brave Fencer Mushari, and then the Apocalypse and Taifu. Non-playable games were Siphon Filter, Rugrats, Legend of Legia, Test Road, Off-Drive 2, and Threads. And this is January 1999's disc. So this came out in January 1999, so you could play the games and everything. I've got Twisted Metal 3, and these are my original copies from when I was a kid. Let's see. Someone gave me this one just recently. So I just threw it in there. It's Bully. I've never played it before, but I've heard good things about it. I had the Rugrats game on PlayStation. It was actually a lot of fun, if I remember. I've got Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance on PlayStation 2. And again, these are just some of the games I have. All right, one of my favorite games ever, I got to go get it resurfaced, Parasite Eve on PlayStation 1. And I've got both discs to it. So it's a two-parter. Awesome, awesome game. Great RPG. If you guys are into RPGs, you're going to love it. Okay, moving on over to here, I've got this is called the 1998 Collector's CD Volume 1 for the PlayStation. So it featured a lot of playable demos, which was Xenogears, Bushido Blade 2, Brave Fencer was a movie you could watch, Final Fantasy VIII, the movie, so you could just watch it, it coming out. I loved it. That's why I got it, because I loved Final Fantasy VIII, and I was so happy with Final Fantasy VII. Of course, I've got my Jedi Power Battles, which is still a ton of fun to play. I was just playing it the other day and had a good time on it, as always. All right, we've got Resident Evil 4 on the PlayStation 2. First time I beat it was on the GameCube, but it's still just as fun. I haven't played it again in a while, though. These I picked up when I was in Afghanistan and Iraq, so I picked up SingStar, and I've got the mics downstairs somewhere, but I don't play it. I've got Call of Duty Finest Hour on PlayStation 2. So a little Call of Duty right there for you from back in the day. Another SingStar 80s this time. I've got an Underground Jam Pack, if you guys remember the Jam Packs. I've got a few of those still hanging around floating. These got some really cool games on it. And then it's got codes and everything like that. Spaceballs, Sandlot, yep. I never saw Bad News Bears, but I liked it. Okay, now, this is a copy of a game I am very happy to have. It is Xenogears. Xenogears is another great RPG, really in-depth, lots to do. If you can check out one of my old streams, I have plenty of gameplay of it. And then, of course, I've got the second disc for it. So there's Xenogears right there on disc 2. When I first found this wallet again and I walked into the game store to see what any games were worth in it, people there were going nuts seeing some of these old games that just don't pop up as much anymore. I've got Jet Moto, if you guys remember Jet Moto. And that Jam Pack actually has a lot of codes on how to unlock all the tracks and everything. Another great RPG that kind of got blown into the water was Dino Crisis. What a fun game. Getting to shoot up dinosaurs instead of zombies. Kind of a different take on another way of playing. I do have my copy of Siphon Filter, which was one of my favorite games as a kid, starring Logan. I can't remember his real name, his last name in the game, but it was Logan. Ah. Okay, and then I've got a copy of Enter the Matrix on PlayStation 2. So that is that completes my overflow. These are just the games that I have no more room for. I can't fit them into the unit, and I got to come up with more spacing and more spots to put all the games. But these are them. Again, I don't collect any one style or any one brand. I just collect what I like and I enjoy. So it's a lot of fun getting to play the old games again. And who doesn't love old games? It definitely a way, and I enjoy showing some, like the neighborhood kids will come over and I'll show them how to some of the old games. We'll play the old games, and I like watching them and what it used to be like for gaming. How it was, oh, that sucks. Okay, pull it out, put the next game in, and we're right back to playing a whole another game in like 2 seconds. As opposed to now, where if I wanted to do a game change, it could take me anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes to completely load a game, end a game, start a game, load a game, everything from start to playing. It can be up to 5 to 10 minutes before you. Yeah, you're a PlayStation fan. Well, wait till we get to the PlayStation drawer then, because I've got the PlayStation drawer with some PlayStation stuff in there. I've got the original Xbox. Oh, that's a small bit of it. We've got lots more to go through. I have 2 more drawers, just like the Nintendo drawer. So here, I'll show you guys. This is the Nintendo drawer. So this carries all my Nintendo stuff, or most of it. Okay, I've got 2 more drawers full of gaming stuff. So yeah. And honestly, guys, most of this stuff, I'm going to tell you a secret. Most of it I got for free. Well, then hold on. We have to do this. If you guys are PlayStation, and I'll tell you guys how I got all this stuff for free. Let me go ahead and just do this for you. This is a smaller drawer. So you guys are fans of PlayStation, so you, of course, remember the original PlayStation, which I have a couple of. I got a couple of those. I've still got my original PSP Model 1, Model 101 model. So it does have the tray in the back that automatically springs out. It's a little heavier and a lot more easier to hack. But what I wanted to show you guys, since you guys said you're PlayStation fans, is you're probably not going to see a lot of these on the market. This is my PlayStation 2. And you're looking at it and you're like, holy crap, what is that? It looks a lot bigger than a regular PlayStation. And like I was telling you guys before, it's because mine has a built-in screen. So it's got the screen, the built-in speakers, all your audio connects right there. You can plug in 2 sets of headphones right here. So both players can have independent headsets, volume, and it's got a brightness meter to it. And there you go. So this thing works great. Take it on the road with you, put it in a car, just get a little adapter, and you're off and ready to go. You also can hook in a DVD player if you wanted to hook into the back to watch movies and stuff into it. You can, but you also can just watch DVDs off the PlayStation just as it is. But that's my PlayStation 2. It's really cool. I love my PlayStation 2. And of course, if you have a PlayStation, you still have to go out and go get a whole 64 megabyte memory card. What are we going to do with a whole 64 megabyte memory card? Who knows? Who knows? Oh, yeah, and I guess I got these. So, then I've also got the PlayStation memory card, which is like 10 memory cards in one. And of course, the original Game Shark for the PlayStation. So if you guys don't remember what this did, you took the original PlayStation, took your little back port cover off, which should not be off right now. And I just realized it's on the ground. No good. But you'll take your back cover off here. So this little cover comes off. Take your Game Shark, and you'll just hook it into the back right there. 1 minute. There we go. And then we're ready to put in cheat codes and everything like that and hack the games. So, Game Shark. And I got this on discount at the game store for like $3 because they were like, I think there's a disc supposed to go with it. And I was like, I don't recall there being a disc. But if you guys say so, then I'll believe you. And I took it home and... So 64 megabyte, that's what 64 megabytes used to look like at its, and this was like revolutionary at its time. But there's the PlayStation up and running, good to go. I've actually bought several of these PlayStations and I've been repairing them and I get them up and I sell them. So I was going to tell you guys how I got all this stuff for pretty much free. And what I did was I went online and I started trading. And that's all I did was I put a little cash into it, bought some stuff, keep what I want, sell the rest, get some cash. Buy some stuff, keep what I want, sell the rest. And that's what I did. And I did that for about 6 months. And I was able to get most of all of this stuff. So it's a lot of work, but if you put the time into it, you can get what you want out of it cheaply. And that's exactly what I did was I just worked at it slowly, and most of my stuff was free. A few of the games that I specifically wanted, that I sought out, I had to go buy. But if you offset the cost of what I was doing into what I was getting, it was next to nothing. All of those systems there, I have an Xbox too. I would say I probably, between the Xbox, PlayStation 2, and PlayStation 1, that was probably a total of $30 out of my pocket, plus trades. So that's a good deal. The Nintendo, I had the Nintendo top loader since I can remember. A lot of this stuff was a lot, like, I bought a Nintendo 64, and then I traded it for a different Nintendo 64 of lesser value, but I picked up some other stuff. So, yeah, man, definitely. You guys should get into retro gaming. It's all coming back. I don't think the Nintendo Switch is going to do a whole lot. I really don't. If you look at it, and I'll tell you why. The Nintendo Switch is, they're releasing the SNES Classic and the NES Classic so close to the Switch because I don't think they think the Switch can carry itself, and it can't. I don't think they're going to have a very good library. It's going to be limited. I don't think a lot of people are going to develop games for the Switch. I don't see a whole lot of people playing Switch. I'm sure people are going to get it, and it's going to sit, and it's not going to keep up with the rest of the consoles. They may get 1 or 2 games for it, and that's going to be the end of the Switch. But maybe they'll come out with something to revive it. But I think, though, the Nintendo, the giant of Nintendo, is about to... Oh, okay, cool, man. Glad to have you, Skylar. Great. The Switch, it's a concept, a great concept, but I think it's going to fail. They're coming off think about Nintendo's last releases. You've got the Nintendo GameCube, you had the Nintendo Wii, you had the Nintendo Wii U, and the Switch. Okay? None of these systems were revolutionary. None of them brought anything new to the table. The Switch is the only one that brought something new with the motion controls, and I don't think that's even kind of late. I just don't see it taking off the way everyone thinks it's going to do. Yeah, I agree, Nemo. I say the giant has fallen. I'm going to see Nintendo, like Sega, is going to eventually just make software, and they're no longer going to make systems anymore, which is what they should do. That's a smart thing for them. You know, you don't have to develop, let Nintendo and PlayStation fight, or say Xbox and PlayStation fight out the hardware features, and you just sit back, fat, making money, selling out them awesome games, still pumping out Mario. It's just Nintendo just hasn't had a lot of successes lately. Some of the games, I've noticed their games are getting to be better. Mario Maker was a huge one. Everyone's very impressed with Mario Maker, but that's something that could be easily done on the Xbox or PlayStation. Oh, that's cool, Skylar. I miss playing with you guys, too. Switch to the PS4 on me, huh? Well, maybe someday soon they'll be having where we can cross-network and play with each other. I know it's possible. We've seen it happen. It was a glitch error that happened online, but it did happen where accidentally Xbox and PlayStation connections were made, and people were playing across platforms the same game. It's actually PlayStation is the one who's holding out. It's Sony's fault. Xbox has opened up with open arms, of allowing cross-platforming gaming on a single server, and it's Sony who's been saying no. So if you guys ever wanted to be able to play your friends on Xbox on PlayStation, Sony's the reason why that's not happening. Crap, I still got a lot to put away. Alright, so that's most of the Nintendo stuff put away. Now to put away Overflow. There are some things that I did have to buy, like my Nintendo controller. I had an original Nintendo controller, the square one, and the select button or start button went out. And I went out and I bought another one, a replacement controller, but it was an aftermarket controller, and one of the buttons weren't working correctly. So I was like, man, I really wasn't happy with this. I didn't want to have to go back to the store. So I made a piece. I learned to make my own tool to open up Nintendo games. And if you ever look at Nintendo, they've got these wonky little, if you look inside of there, right there, those nuts. they're shaped differently, where instead of grabbing on like on a flat head where you put inside of it and then twist it, they've got it so that you have to grip it on the outside. And it's a special tool that you can buy off the internet. But if you don't want to have to spend the money to get one, what you do is you take a plastic pen, take all the guts out of it and everything, light the tip of it on fire, melt it down till it's hot, push it into a game and let it sit for about 5 minutes to get hard, and it'll take the shape of the head, and then you can just open up everything yourself. So with that tool, I went ahead and I opened up the controller that I had purchased, and I went ahead and mixed the two controllers back together to make me a working controller. But I was able to keep the original Nintendo one, and it's not an aftermarket one. So it's aftermarket guts on a Nintendo case. So I essentially have a nice brand new Nintendo controller. Worked perfect. Couldn't have been asked. Just replaced all the buttons, everything nice and new, contacts, left the guts, the electronics alone, and I just took out the stuff I needed to make the buttons work better on the original controller. Because the original controller still works great. Guys, we've been at here coming up on almost an hour and a half. I think I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here a little early. Allen Keys, I think I have that game on Xbox. So you guys, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out. This I wasn't feeling it as much as I wanted to, and you guys helped me get a little bit back into the swing of things. We talked a little bit about retro gaming, which I had a great time doing. But I think I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here. We'll be online playing some Xbox later tonight. If you guys want to play, please feel free. Thank you so much for checking out the videos. If you enjoy the retro gaming, go into some of my earlier videos and check out the other retro gaming stuff we've done. I've got tons of those videos up of playing retro games and then just talking about some of the other stuff I have. I'm always adding new stuff to the collection, so there's always going to be new stuff. Streaming tomorrow. I think I'm going to stream tomorrow, and we're going to get Evie back. So she'll be back here to stream with us some more. I had a lot of fun having her here, and you guys seem to as well. So, yeah, we'll probably be back tomorrow for another stream. I think I'm going to try to do at least a 30-minute stream every day with you guys. But nothing's guaranteed, but we're going to try. And then once I get my gaming card in and more magnets in, I got to order tons of stuff. So much stuff I got to order. Always got to order more. And that's the thing about YouTube. If you're ever on YouTube, seriously, you're going to realize that you're always ordering stuff. More stuff. Order stuff. I got to get this stuff. I got to get that stuff. More stuff. Old stuff. New stuff. Fresh stuff. Clean stuff. Dirty stuff. Stuff. You guys like stuff. So I got to get more stuff. So I'm going to get all the gaming cards and some of the stuff we need to get all that set up. So we'll be doing more retro gaming and actually playing games and being able to go live on Xbox. And like some of the big YouTubers do, we'll be able to play with you guys and record it correctly. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. It's been a great time hanging out with you as always. Thank you for checking out the Retro Corner. Please make sure you thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. So yeah, you guys have a great night. Thanks again. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.